As you get older, what becomes more important to you? Is it your job? Is it your kids? Is it your health? Is it your finances? Or is it all these things that I just listed? Have your priorities changed? Do you see things differently as you're getting older? Do you feel like the things that were important to you at 20, 30, maybe 40, depending on how old you are now, just isn't that significant anymore? What out of the things that I listed is the most important? Is it for your kids to be healthy and strong and for them to grow up and, become successful in their career so that they can build a life, and before you go, you know that they're okay because they can take care of themselves? Is it your job that you're worried about? Wondering, if some younger kid is going to come and replace you, or if they will continue to appreciate you and let you stay into the job that you're at, until you decide to retire or leave or do whatever. So are you threatened, in your job that you've worked in for years? People that you've known and loved for however long. Well, maybe love is a strong word when it comes on to working a 9-to-5 job, but you get what I'm saying. You've been there for a while, so you know the people. Does it have to do with your health? Is your health up? Are you good? Is everything fine? And you're just hoping and praying that everything continues as it is going? Or is it that you have a medical condition and you're worried about it? Now that you're getting older, you think maybe the condition is going to worsen. So now, exercising and eating right and taking care of your health, those things now become most important to you. What else did I say? I forgot the other one that I said. But what is important to you now that you are getting older? And what preparations have you made? How are your finances? I think that is the other one that I missed out on. What are your finances like? Do you have a 401k plan? Do you have any other type of retirement plan? Do you have money set aside, to help you as you get older? What's going on in that department? Did you plan towards it when you were younger? Did you save up your money, or you kind of just used it, or just never invested in one, just never cared about it and figured, hey, when I get older, it will work out itself? Is that what is reaching you right now? Questions. They always say that you can never really plan because you never know what God has in store for you. But still, if you don't plan, you have nothing to actually work towards. You don't have like a particular goal set in mind. You're just going to be doing whatever and doing it whenever, and that doesn't really work. So my philosophy is plan towards your goal, plan towards your future. You never know what is going to happen, right? But at least you have a plan in mind, and if the plan changes, then yeah, it changes, but at least you have something that you started working on, right? You may have to divert or shift it a little bit or build upon it or take something away from it, but at least you have some kind of foundation. The hardest part is when you don't have anything, when you don't have a plan. That's when everything is just up and down, and you don't want to live like that, especially as you're getting older. You want to have a plan in mind. Now, this just came to mind as I'm talking. Is your financial plan your significant other? Are you depending on that person to take care of you as you get older, to bring the finances to the relationship? But what if you're in a relationship where things aren't too good? Are you worried that maybe it won't last, that you're not going to be with that person anymore? And if so, what about your finances then? Who's going to take care of it at that point? That's why, as a woman, as a man, it doesn't matter who you are, you have to make sure you have something for yourself, that you're not dependent upon someone else, because life is not promised to anyone. We don't know. Some people's lives are cut short while some people live to see 100. We don't know what our future holds, only God knows that. All we can do right now is just plan and say, if this happens, at least I have this. If this happens, at least I have this. That is all we can do. Just kind of plan, and, life will just take over from there, because there's nothing that we can do about it. So if you're one of these people who don't have your priorities together, you don't have it together, you need to get it together. It's important. Don't depend on other people. Do what you can do for yourself. And if someone else is able to help you, later on when you really need the help, then thank God. Hopefully you had some kids and stuff like that. So your kids, of course, if you were good to them, they definitely will be good to you and they will help you out when that time comes along. If you didn't, get any kids when you were younger, then you have it harder. You're more at a more disadvantage because now you wholly and fully have to depend on yourself, or maybe you may have a sibling. Now you're going to be burdening them. Is that what you're going to do? I know you don't want that. Everybody wants to be independent as much as possible and just live their lives and do their thing. So please, 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 if you're getting older and you haven't thought about these things, please start doing that. It is important. Think about yourself. And even if your kids are your retirement plan, I think that's a bad idea. I do expect that the kids will help out as needed, but don't put everything on your kids. Don't burden them, because remember, they have their own lives to live too, the same way that you had your own life to live. A lot of times, your parents didn't burden you. They allowed you to live your life. So why are you going to sacrifice everything and say, hey, my kids are going to take care of me? No, try to get your own bread, okay? And if your bread is not big enough, then someone else will help you, to put a little bit of their bread on top of yours to make it an even bigger bread so that you can survive. Thank you so, so much for tuning in. If you're new, please like, follow, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.